Yo, 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 what up, fam? This is KG once again. Like I said, if you have not watched any of my content, come on in. Come on in. Rock with me. Rock with me. Because, hey, something I might say might help you. Your comments, your engagement might be able to help me. You know what I'm saying? We can understand each other. Just come on in. Rock with me for a minute. Just rock with me. Today, oh, honestly, today feels like an unpopular opinion day. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I feel like an unpopular opinion. And today's unpopular opinion is you can give someone all the attention you want in the world. But if you are not the person they want it from, you will never be given the proper satisfaction. So stop wasting your time. That's where I'm at with this one. Because there's so many good hearted people. It's too many good hearted people out here. Too many that's getting taken advantage of. And it's like you doing everything in your power to make sure that you dot your I's, you cross your T's to secure your place in someone else's world. You forget that they're not entering into yours. You spend more time in their world, but they won't come to yours. You have to stop wasting your time. You have to understand that sex does not make a relationship. Most people stay in unhealthy relationships, toxic relationships. They deal with so much extra bullshit and baggage because of sex. And it's like once you start having sexual encounters with a person that you really want versus, you know, a person that you need, you don't want to give up. So you will fight for pretty much everything. You will fight anything. You will fight your mama. You'll fight your daddy. You'll fight your friends. You'll fight your family on behalf of that person because they're telling you that that person is no good. So you will fight everybody. So my thing is for the people who just tuned in, I'm gonna show you again. This right here is my unpopular opinion. So to be honest with you, just being real. I was one of those people. Like if you watch my other clips, you will see that I repeatedly make sure that I make everything personal, especially about myself and how I go through things. And it's just like I've tried giving people the attention that they needed, and honestly, I just wasted my time. And in this particular situation, I'm going to talk about a situationship that I was in for say about 3 to 4 years. You know, I ain't gonna say no name or anything like that, but it was just a complete waste of my time. You know, I just got out of a long 10-year relationship with the mother of my kids, and once I got out of a relationship with her, you know, I thought I was ready to jump back into something else. And now, honestly, I seriously wasn't. But, you know, that thought of being alone, you know, that thought of not having anybody was sinking deep into my mind. So I wound up getting in contact through social media or Facebook with, you know, someone I went to school with. I didn't really have too many interactions with her while we was in school, but I've seen her from around the way and things like that. And hopped in the DMs, we was talking back and forth, and we exchanged numbers, and that's where pretty much everything started. So we started texting each other back and forth. You know, instead of calling each other, we were sending each other voice clips, which was kind of crazy to me, but it's neither here or there. But that's what we did. And, you know, she was telling me about things she was going through. I was telling her about the things I was going through. And she was telling me, you know, she had kids. I had kids. And she was just telling me how she really can't find like babysitters and stuff like that. It's really hard for to find babysitters and things like that. It was just like it was kind of hard to take out on a date or anything like that. So at that point, I was like, you know what? You got kids, I got kids. Fuck it. Might as well. Let's just go ahead and just let's try this thing out. Now, from my understanding, I made it clear off jump, like, hey, this is something that I want. We don't have to move too fast. We can take things slow. She also agrees, say we can try this out and see where it goes. No, okay, cool. Okay, cool. We could do that. We could do that. So I'm like, forget it. So it is what it is. Because me personally, I never bring my kids around somebody that I'm not serious about or anything like that. I always, if I bring my kids around you, just know that's a special moment for you because I don't bring my kids around no temporary people like that. But with that particular circumstance, I'm like, hey, let's see how this goes. Now, I never introduced my kids or anything like that as, this is my girlfriend or anything like that. I never did that. I just brought them around. They went, played with the kids, and they had them a little good time. But back to the story at hand, I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot. Anytime she needed to go somewhere, I make sure I take her. She needed groceries, I make sure I take her. She need anything, I go do what I gotta do. And like the first like few months, it wasn't like smooth sailings, but it was okay. It was okay, but I'm an adaptable person, so I can always adapt to a situation, which is one of my many downfalls. Was one of my many downfalls before I found myself. I was able to adapt to any situation. I was around the kids. One thing about me, everybody know, when you bring kids around me, they always love me. And I always have a soft spot for kids. So I'm gonna always look out. I'm gonna be dad. You know what I'm saying? I go into dad mode. I can't stop that. I go right into dad mode. So, being around the kids, being around my kids, we was good. We was rocking. Everything was I felt like it was projecting up, I guess. But then I want to say what happened was this was like the first few months of us talking, and I want to say it was around. Oh, this was Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. This was Thanksgiving. Um, I was like, "Hey, I know you cooking. I'm gonna go. I'm about to come through. Give me a plate." And I'm talking about why did I say that? I don't know. I guess she took it a completely different way. I was saying, "Hey, I'm about to come through. Give me a plate." I'm saying, trying to see what the food like. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really. She say she cooks, but it wasn't nothing like she ever fed me like some real cook like how Thanksgiving you got to come with it with the Thanksgiving food. It was never nothing like that. So I'm like, "Shit, I'm about to come give me a plate." I guess she took it the wrong way. I don't understand it, but um she called herself trying to snap on me. Well, she did, and she didn't call it. Oh, you not finna just come to my place. You can ask if you could come. Trust me, I get it. I get it. You don't want people just popping up at your crib and stuff like that. I get it. But it wasn't like I was saying, like, I'm downstairs. I'm about to get ready to come upstairs. Make sure you have a plate for me. I was just saying, hey, I'm about to come through. Give me a plate. You could have said, hey, not a good time. Woo woo. It is what it is. I would have left it at that. No, I would have left it at that. It is what it is. But after that, she blocked me, and I didn't know that I was blocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending messages. I'm actually apologizing for some shit. And I'm like, oh, it is what it is. I didn't really do nothing, but I'm sitting here apologizing for it. So one day I had brought I brought a bottle. I want to say it was Crown. I want to say, yeah, it was Apple Crown. No, that's my drink. I bought her like a little pint of Apple Crown and some flowers, and I just left it at her doorstep because, like I said, I know how it is. You don't want people popping up at your crib and stuff like that, and you never know who you have at your crib or whatever the case may be. So I just left it there, and then I just left, and then I thought she would have knew that was me off jump because I'm not sure who all she know that might drink this or whatever the case may be, but she knows the type of person I am. I'm a very sentimental person. But she put on social media. I thought I had a date with my man, and somebody done left this flowers and a drink by my door. Whoa, whoa, and I'm like, whoa, you had a date with your man. Damn. So what was all this about? What was all this about? Then I guess she realized it was me. Then she hit me on my inbox instead of hitting me on my phone. And then we were just going back and forth about that and whatever the case may be. And then we just stopped talking for like 4 or 5 months after that. No, this was November. This was in the summertime. Right around the summertime is when she got back in contact with me. But I know people who stay around that way, people who stay in that building, whatever the case may be. People was like, hey, letting me know what was up. And I was like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They was telling me she had another dude and all this other stuff. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really put too much into it and stuff like that. So I was like, it's cool. It's cool. So she wound up reaching back out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like around the summertime of that next year. I want to say that was around like June-ish, something like that. Well, it might have been right before the summertime. And asked me why did I block her. I'm like, is you fucking crazy or something? Did nobody block you? You blocked me. Oh, I called you this many times. Well, I'm like, you ain't never called me, man. Stop lying. Like, you ain't got a lie to kick it. You don't have to lie to kick it. So, to make a long story short, you know what I'm saying? She wanted me to come through. I came through. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling, the case may be. And then it was just like, her door knocked. Shh, don't say nothing. I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like, what am I getting myself into? But it was like I said, at that time, I didn't know me. I wasn't, in tune with my inner self. And it was like thinking of a mind of a desperate mind. And it was just like, I just need somebody. So she go to the door, cause it's not nobody of importance or whatever the case may be. We reconcile some differences and we back rolling again. You know what I'm saying? But whole time, motherfucker's already telling me what's up. I was already telling me what's up. So I'm like, it is what it is. I don't care. It is what it is. I don't care. So it is what it is. So we reconcile some differences and we get back cool and things like that. And then, boom, here we go again. I'm giving you all the attention you asking for. I'm calling you every day. I'm texting you every morning. Do you need anything? You need to go somewhere? I'm doing all of that. The kid's hungry. I took care of it. It was not one thing she could call me for that I didn't look out or take care of. Even when she's calling me and she's venting, about things like that. She knows my nature is, I'm going to let you vent, but this is still a issue that needs to be handled. Let's go ahead and handle this issue. Let's handle it. So then, don't even lie to you. At some point, we stopped talking again. This was like another almost 6 months. And I'm thinking maybe it's something I did or, what I'm saying? Did I say something? Like, I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like I'm thinking that we're moving in the right direction. This is the second time. It's like I'm thinking we're moving in the right direction. Then, boom, here we go again. Here we go. Happened again. No communication. I'm texting, no responding. I call, it goes straight to voicemail. And that's when you know you're blocked and stuff like that. So I'm like, this shit wild as hell. Wild as hell. But to make a long story short, she had another dude. And whatever they had going on, like I said, I know what was going on, but I'm not about to put anybody's business out on Front Street or anything like that. But she had another dude, and she wasn't sure, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to make things work with Buddy Boy, and pretty much was stringing me along as a viable backup option. You know what I'm saying? But that right there is just like, it shows you how you can do whatever you can for someone. You can go above and beyond for someone. You can actually be a person's backbone, and whole time they use everything that you will give them. They will use everything that you will give them, and won't and turn around and give it to somebody else. So I'm trying to be your backbone. I'm trying to be your support system. You're turning around and trying to be somebody else, be someone else's support system. Now this story is it's a lot more deeper and detailed, but it's just like I'm not gonna really go into all of that. But anything that I post as far as like an unpopular opinion is always something that revolves around my life. And what I tell people all the time is you have to understand and figure out who you are as a person. When you figure out who you are, then that's when your life will become a hell of a lot easier, because now you understand your value, you understand your worth, you understand how to maneuver in a room full of wolves. You understand that, because that's what I had to do. And honestly, that situation is what really opened up my eyes and got me to understanding that I am an amazing person. I deserve better. And once I finally unlocked that mental state, I found better. And I've been doing better. And I found someone who really values me. I found someone who really loves me, and that's why she's my wife now. That's why she's my wife. Because she found me when I found myself. So, for the people who climbed in here late, this is the unpopular opinion. Like I said, I gave her all that attention she was requesting. One is that she requested, she needed it. I gave her all of that attention. I was doing everything I could. I put a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and received nothing back. So that right there showed me I consistently wasted my time. Well, I could have been putting my time in other places and other avenues and fixing myself. But I don't regret going through that. I don't regret it. Because even though me and her, we didn't get to where we need to get to, you know what I'm saying? She's still a good woman. She just wasn't the woman for me. She wasn't the woman for me. You know, I still keep in contact with the kids. I love them. You know, I show up to games whenever they have them, or whatever they need support. I show up, graduations, proms. I do it all, because what me and her had going on had nothing to do with those kids. Nothing to do with those kids. And that's why my unpopular opinion is exactly what it is. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. Establish what it is early. If you feel like, hey, this is not going to be something that I can do, then step back and say, hey, I'd rather us be friends. Now, if we can't be friends, then I'm just gonna move on all in total. But one thing I can say is, even though me and her, we never got to that particular level, and I do feel like I wasted my time because we could have established this earlier on, and I still would have came around, kicked it, and things like that. I just would have did things a little bit different, just a little bit different. So, for the people who are experiencing the same thing and going through the same thing that I've been going through, and it's just you have to be able to find yourself. Find love within yourself. Understand who you are. Because can't nobody love you better than you love yourself. Can't nobody understand you better than you understanding yourself. So until you find yourself and be comfortable being within your own skin, you will not be able to find that person that's going to be able to understand, value, and cherish everything that you have going on. You're not going to find it. You're going to find somebody that's going to continuously come in and wreck everything that you have going on. If your life is already not going right and you're still out there looking for love, they're going to come in and wreck it. But you got to build from within before you go and find somebody on the outside. Get yourself right. And if you can't get yourself right, you're going to keep wasting your time unnecessarily with people that does not have you as their person of interest. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. So, again, that's my unpopular opinion for today. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's engage. Tell me what your unpopular opinions are. If you have some that I might like, I'm gonna bring you on. Bring you on in, and you can go ahead and break down your unpopular opinion and give your whole little spiel. Because that's what this platform is for. Once again, this is KG from Tom Price Podcast, and I'm out.